I love what you just said about you want to take people in your car. You want to stop in between showings, have a drink maybe. That's very rare.
Yeah. Well,
Super rare.
I think a lot of people, like a lot of realtors, their goal in life is to become that listing agent, right? Slap on a for sale sign, put some feature sheets down, take some photos, stage, whatever, and then let the business come to you. Whereas I'm like, I'm okay to go out and get the business. I'm okay to this business is about people, right? It's not about the homes. The homes are, the added touch, but it's a business about people.
And do you find that, like, how do your clients respond to that? Like, are they like wowed every single time? Like, because you're literally putting in like the love, the soul,
Hitting the pavement every day.
in the pavement every day. A lot of agents will just get out there.
I'm showing today at 3:30 with like.
Okay.
No, but we can go.
Yeah.
I'll push it. It doesn't matter. But like, I'm just saying. And he's a new client. He emailed me. He's like, I saw you on TV, and like, I have a modest budget, but I'm in medicine, and I will have a huge budget one day soon. Will you work with me? And I was like, absolutely. A budget is a budget. Like, whatever is important to you is important to me, right?
Yeah. And are you finding a lot of this action is coming from the city line?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's filtering in from everywhere, which is nice. Instagram, online, everywhere.
It's amazing. And in regards to Sotheby's, we were talking earlier, which is funny because people's perspectives are interesting, right? So they see a big luxury brand like that. Meanwhile, you love first-time home buyers.
Yes, I am at Sotheby's, and it's synonymous with luxury real estate, and it's whatever. And I've always toed the line that my goal in life is to offer luxury service. So it's at any price point. Your price point could be entry level. Your price point can be multiple millions of dollars. But for me, it's always been, whatever's important to my buyer or my seller, it's important to me because at the end of the day, like I was negotiating a deal a long time ago, and I sat there and we were going back and forth, and I said to my seller, I said, I think the fourth or fifth sign back, because I'm a dinosaur. This is when we used to like cross things out, no DocuSign back then, and fax it over. I'm like, we can't even read the darn contract anymore. There's no space to cross an initial price anymore. I was like, it's only $5,000. And we have, at this point, a great working relationship, a great rapport. She looked at me and she said, is it $5,000 of my money or your money? And I stood corrected. I was like, okay, you're absolutely right. It's $5,000 of your money. If you see the value in taking the contract, great. If not, we will sign it back with the $5,000 higher. So that taught me something very early on, that I am just the facilitator of the process, but also, the key fundamentals that are important to them, to my clients, to my buyers, to my sellers, that's what's important to me. And it's honestly a privilege to be part of such a personal decision in their lives, where they get to hang their hat at the end of the night, where they get to eat dinner, where they get to raise their families, where they get to scream at their significant other. Like, as a joke, I've always done this. Whenever my clients are like, I go out with buyers and they're like, oh, this place feels like home. I'm like, go have a seat on the couch. And they'll go sit on the couch. They're like, yeah, it still feels like home. I'm like, go in the kitchen and yell at each other. Because you're going to do that. So
yeah, that's hilarious.
Go scream at each other and see if that feels like home.
Yeah.
But also it's just about making it fun.
Yeah.
Right? So, and making it light.
Yeah.
So.
I love that.
Yeah.
The kitchen is that spot.
It's the heart of the home.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of
everything happens there.
They should make it soundproof.
Yeah.
Soundproof appliances. But that's super interesting because a lot of agents will they're commission hungry and they just want to like transact and volume, just next. So I feel like just based on this chat, you're the type of guy that's probably doing a lot of touch points even after the sale.
For sure. I call them on their birthdays, right? Like it's one thing to say, I don't know, a happy Hanukkah, happy Ramadan, whatever. But instead of a mass mailer on like a milestone holiday, for me it's more important to be like, hey, happy birthday.
Yeah.
We have all that information. Why aren't we using it?
Mm-hmm. Everything's so automated now.
Yeah. Like send them a handwritten birthday card. Mm-hmm. You've got their address. You sold them the house. So,
it's
true. And as a joke, sometimes if I'm going to meet clients for drinks or whatever, I'll be like, what's your address again? Yeah, and honestly, sometimes I genuinely don't remember, but like, I have to like, look it up. But as a joke, like, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I think volume is one thing, and I've done volume. I like, you don't get to senior VP of sales. It's not just something they're handing out. It is a sales accolade. It's the highest level of sales that you can achieve within 1 calendar year, blah, 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 blah. I've done all that. And I work, and I always tell people I work as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 2 decades in the business, I don't have a website,
Mm.
right? Because again, yes, I'm not a charity. I have expenses. I'm doing this. It's my livelihood. It's my bread and butter. It's what I, do to pay my bills. But at the same time, I've also walked up to a listing with several times over the past number of years, with various different clients. We'll walk up to the front door, and after about the 10th or 15th showing, you know what they're looking for, right? After even like third showing, at this point now I know what they're looking for. But after about the 10th, 15th, they know what they're looking for.
Yes.
We've walked up to the door to get the key out of the lockbox, unlock the door, and I'm like, guys, this one's not it. We've closed the door and we've driven to the next listing.
Mm-hmm.
Home is a feeling,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all these during COVID, like these virtual showings, whatever. Sure, it's fine, but like home is a feeling. It's like a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sit down, and within the first 15 seconds, you know whether you're even staying for the rest of the drink or if you want a second drink in the future. But you already know that.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly even walking up to the date, you already know what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Home is the exact same thing. At the front door, you know whether it's home or it's not, and then you go and look around. If it is home, and you're like, okay, yeah, well, this I can work with, this I can work with. And to your point, where a lot of realtors are just like commission hungry and money driven, and there's nothing wrong with that also, right? It's whatever, right? They'll walk into a listing that they know is not right for their buyer, and they'll be like, well, you can change the kitchen, you can change the floors, you can change the bathroom. But they're like, we're going to be house poor by the time we're done buying this place. I don't have money to change the kitchen. I don't have money to change the floors. I don't have money to change the bathrooms. Like, okay, sure. Like 2 out of the 3 are okay. Maybe over time I can save to change one thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I hate the floors, I'll throw a big rug down for now. I'll do something. But, I don't like that type of sales approach.
For sure.
Right? It's like, okay, go to the next house. Maybe the flooring will be intact and will be in the color of the shade or the whatever shape that your clients want. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So it's one less thing to worry about for them, because there are our market's insane.
Yeah, it is.